as young as her, but still.
But you look it, actually.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. I try to stay healthy.
Yeah, people still card you, I bet.
I do get carded, yes.
I knew it.
But I'm a vegetarian, so that's why it keeps me young. That must be what it is.
That's my problem. See, I'm only 32.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so I just did that, and then went to film school at the University of Texas at Austin, and studied film down there. And then after that, just worked on making short films, writing scripts. Working wherever I could in the film business in and around Austin, just trying to get a feature project off the ground until I hooked up with Justin Eric, who's not here today, but to do this, and then this was the first feature-length project for all of us. So, and then I moved out to LA, which is where I am now, which is where we finished all the post-production on Zombie Girl.
Wow.
So, I'm trying to get another feature off the ground now.
Yeah. So how did you first hear about Emily, and what decided you that her story would be a good one for a doc?
Do you want to feel that one, Justin?
Yeah, you should go ahead.
Yeah, we found a posting on the internet that was on AustinActors.net. It said 12 to 15-year-olds wanted for a zombie movie, and when we found out Emily was 12, it just sort of seemed like a possible documentary idea. So
really a no-brainer, I think, when it's like 12-year-old girl makes feature-length zombie movie, when that's the log line of your documentary. That's it right there. So yeah.
But none of you ever envisioned that it would be a 2-year project, I'm guessing.
No.
Right.
Well, I mean, originally you guys thought it was only going to be about 3 months or so, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, there was even one time where we weren't quite sure if Emily was going to finish or not. Because, we didn't know what was all going on inside her head sometimes, how driven she was. So it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Our film, about a year in, it was, man, this film could have a depressing ending. Maybe she won't finish the movie. How's it going to end?
Yeah, so it might have been in your best interest to keep pushing her on.
Yeah. But we did not.
No.
We stayed back. Just let her do her thing.
Well, Emily, what's your favorite zombie movie? I know you watched a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot at once. Getting things together for Pathogen zombie movie. I got really into watching a lot of zombie movies. But I'd say I answered this question last night, and I can't really choose between the three. But Undead, it's an Australian zombie movie that inspired me to make Pathogen. The original Night of the Living Dead that George Romero made, and Shaun of the Dead. All for different reasons, so it's like I can't pick between them.
Yeah. And when you decided to make a film, what decided you to make a feature-length film, right off the bat? And now that you've done it, do you think back on it and go, gee, maybe I should have done it short first? I mean, what are your feelings?
I made a few shorts, starting when I was about 3rd grade, and I started making Pathogen when I was in 5th grade. And so I would do one every few weeks or months, and it was just like a hobby I'd just do outside of school. And then I don't know, I just had it in my head that I wanted, all of a sudden I was like, I think I'm ready to do a feature. I don't know what made me think I was, but I think being 11 and 12, you're just like, at least for me, I wasn't really thinking of too far ahead of what I was doing. I just decided that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, it sounded like a good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, something I was wanting to know when the documentary ended was what became of Pathogen after the Alamo Drafthouse screening. And for people that are interested in your story, is there a way they can go look at your movie? So, yes.
Yeah, it was very well received at that screening. A lot of friends and family were there, and it was just really fun screening. And when I've shown it other places, it seems. Well, I'm glad that people know that enjoy it for what it was. It's fun. It's just not super well made, and it was a learning experience. So having it still be well received, that's nice for me and the other people involved with it. You can buy it off my website, which is cheesynuggets.com, and the money goes towards my other movies.
Cool. Excellent. Well, I love the little teddy bear segues, with the blood and the knife and stuff. So whose idea was that? I thought it was very clever.
Well, that was all my wife's. Deborah Allison, she was our title designer, and she also did our poster. I don't know if you've seen the poster with the drawing of Emily. So we needed some titles, and she said, "Oh, I'll come up with some ideas." And so she just went to a thrift store, I think, and bought a bunch of stuffed animals and put that together. And yeah, it was pretty cool. It's actually one of my favorite parts of the whole movie, I think, because every time I see those, because they're pretty funny.
Yeah, they are.
I like the one with the Pegasus stabbed on the wall. That's the best.
Yeah, that's relevant for us as we're Pegasus.
There you go.
Thank you very much for pointing that out. Stabbed Pegasus.
That stabbed the Pegasus.
Yes. You couldn't have done this without your mom's enthusiastic support, obviously. And you know, by the time the whole thing was drawing to an end, she was zombified herself, practically. So, do you think you'll ever find another production assistant that was as dedicated as your mom was?
Well, she's my mom, so she's always there to try and help me with whatever I'm going towards. But so not as involved as my mom, but for my second feature, we had a crew working on it, and the youngest was 13, and she was just the production assistant, and she was everywhere, and reminded me a lot of when I was making Pathogens. That's about how old I was, and she was one of the most hardworking kids I'd ever seen. She was a bit, my mom, different story, but it just reminded me of this girl.
So you've already finished another film? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh yeah, it's in the final stages. We're getting music and sound editing, but it's all edited and just music. That's the key.
Oh, cool. And what's it called?
It's called The Retelling, and there's a trailer online for it. It's a ghost story.
Oh, excellent. Cool. Do you have your driver's license yet?
No.
Okay.
I've driven a car like twice.
So you still depend on your mom to drive you around?
Yeah, I'm 16, so there's really no good excuse for it.
What's going on there?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it over the summer, at the latest, is what we decided.
Okay. Well, good. What do you think about going to film school? Is that in your plans?
I'm looking into it, but I really just want to keep making movies, so that might include film school and it might not. It's just however I get to keep making movies is what I'm working towards.
Gotcha. Aaron, anything you Justin are dying to see at AFI, and you two while you're here at the festival? Is there other films on the agenda?
I mean, I got here yesterday and barely got a chance to even peruse the films that were playing because we're only here for 2 days, or at least I'm only here for 2 days. So a few movies that looked interesting that I actually got to read about are playing later in the week. So I don't even know if I'm going to get to see them the entire time I'm here.
Oh, well.
Other than Zombie Girl, which I've already seen like 150 times.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, as long as people treat you right, are you getting good treatment from the AFI folks here?
Oh yeah, yeah. This has like been like really great. I mean, I mean, every festival is different, but this one especially is welcoming. Like as soon as I got here, like we're like helping us out, telling us where to go.
And where do you go from here as far as the next festival?
Next, we're playing at Hot Docs in Toronto in May. Right. And that'll be our first international screening.
Yeah.
Very cool. What's up next for you as a filmmaker? Any projects?
For me, for my next film, I'm shifting away from documentary to fiction. And I have a feature-length comedy script that I've written and I'm developing, just trying to raise money for right now. So as soon as we get the funds together, hopefully we can start moving into pre-production on that. That's what I'm trying to do. Cool. And you?
Me, I just finished producing a feature from a buddy of mine who I'm directing. It's just being finished and should be ready for festivals in May. If it's lucky enough to get in.
What's it called?
It's called Fireproof Gloves. It's sort of a dark drama comedy.
Neat. All right. Well, we want to thank you folks for talking with us at
thanks.
Pegasus News.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for
Have
having us.
fun at the festival and have fun at the show tonight.